What's going on YouTube? The Apophis here, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are here for Wednesday's Words of Wisdom, a series where I take your messages and offer my advice on them to help you out in any way, shape, or form that I can. Now, before we get into the actual question that I got today, I need to say two quick things. First and foremost, this is not the greatest game in the world, but I got this the other night playing with my boy Meatstore HD, and the reason why I'm posting this one is I snagged my gold camo for the M27, and to me that fucking mattered because I'd been working on it for quite a while. So bam, that's why this one's getting posted. Plus, I had a bomb-ass time playing with him. We had a lot of fun that night, and there was actually a point where there was a little bit too much laughing, and we both couldn't focus on the game at all. So it was a lot of fun. So that's why that's going up. Secondly, my partner background's in, bitches. That's right, it's awesome. My boy Benny10333 hooked it up. He's a hay-based graphics guy, and he did what I think is a phenomenal job. I really love the banner that he hooked me up with, and if you haven't seen it, just click on my channel, check it out. It's really cool. And if you like it, go ahead and head on over to his channel, maybe sub him up and see if he can hook you up. I don't know. He's a really cool kid. He's super smart, and man, I'm telling you right now, this kid is like 13 that did my background, and when I was 13, I couldn't even begin to think about how to do stuff like that. Not only is he talented in the graphics department, but he also speaks multiple languages. Like, come on, dude. When I was 13, we weren't doing shit. Like, we were dumb as fuck compared to the kids now today. So I think that that's really awesome that he's he's smart as fuck. So yeah, go check him out. He did a good job, I think. All right, now that that stuff's out of the way, let's move on to the topic. Now, I'm getting kind of, these topics are iffy with me. Like, a lot of them revolve around relationships and stuff, and I can't say I'm the most comfortable answering that kind of stuff, to be honest with you. So this one really isn't something that I want to get into too much, but I'm going to touch on the actual letter briefly, and then I'm going to put my own spin on it to try to stray away from the whole kids and doing stuff that maybe they're too young for. Okay? So, I'm going to paraphrase this. Basically, a friend told this guy that him and his girlfriend were going to try out some foreplay. And he wanted his opinion. And the guy told his buddy, I don't think you're ready for it. The guy that wants to do the foreplay had a brother who ruined his life because he had a kid when he was young. Stuff like that, and then the dude eventually ended up not doing it because he wasn't comfortable with the potential consequences. I don't know that that was the best move, man. There's not really a solid way to ruin your life with foreplay. Like, if oral sex goes down, is that really gonna ruin either person's life? Probably not. That's just my take on it. If you're getting a hand job or the vice versa, there you're probably not gonna ruin your life doing that. Now, if you're gonna take the next step and have actual sexual intercourse, now you're running some risks. And if you do decide to do that, you need to ensure that you take the proper measures to protect yourself from both STDs, STIs, as well as pregnancy, especially at the younger ages. You don't want something catastrophic to go down, and you end up in a situation where you don't get to be a kid anymore, if that makes sense. So really, that's all. That's kind of all I really got to say on that. I don't see how you ruin your life with foreplay. What doesn't sit well with me with this whole question is the friend, saying I don't think you're ready for it, and I want to talk about that aspect of this, because as I said, the whole other part kind of, I don't know, I don't like feeling that type of stuff right now. Who's to say what somebody else is ready for, right? Like, let's say you are in high school and you want to go get a job. A lot of people are going to go, I don't know. You're not ready for a job. You should focus on your grades. Da 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 da. But you might very well know that, shit, I can juggle both. I mean, I did it when I was in high school. I worked and went to high school. No big deal. My grades were already horrible, but my grades weren't bad because I was working. My grades were bad because I wasn't making the right decisions when it came to actually doing homework and stuff like that. It's not like I suffered because I went to work. No, I suffered because I was an idiot and I didn't do things that were assigned to me. So, who's to say what you're ready for? And I think that as friends, we kind of feel obligated to offer advice to our friends. Our friends look up to us for that advice. You know, they want your input because they trust that it's going to be non-biased and honest. But even if you're put in that situation, like as a friend, if somebody came to me and asked for my opinion, I don't think the words, I don't know if you're ready for that, would come out of my mouth. I think that I would give my opinion. It wouldn't be you should or shouldn't, because I can't dictate what somebody else is ready for, because I'm not in their mind. I don't understand their thought process. So that would never come out, but I would definitely voice what I would do if I was in this situation. But at the end of it, as all good friends should, I would support what they chose. So if, let's say, God, I don't want to, but we're going to go back to the premise here, or the original message. So if your buddy came to you and was like, look, I want to get a blowjob or whatever, but I don't want to ruin my life. Like, well, first and foremost, you're probably not going to ruin your life. Second off, I don't know that telling him he's not ready to take that step with his girlfriend was the right move. However, I would have said what you would have done in this situation. But after that, I'd have been like, it's really up to you, and I support you in the decision that you're going to make. As a friend, we're called upon to be that rock, I guess, for the people that we care about and for the people that rely on us. And that means sometimes you're going to have to side with your friend, and you're going to have to support them through decisions that you do not agree with. There's going to be a lot of times in life where a friend possibly makes a questionable call, whether it's to be with somebody or to, you know, take a new job or to move to a new city, and you might not agree with it. But that's not really your place to say what they should or shouldn't do. You're a friend. You're not a slave owner, right? You're a friend. You're not a dictator. It's not really your place to decide how somebody else should live their life. But what it is your place to do is go, look, man, this is what I would do, but I fully respect and support the decision that you make, regardless of how hard it is for me to do that morally. And it's one thing to say that, and it's another thing to actually go through with supporting your friends. Sometimes it's hard to sit back and go, yeah, you're doing the right thing when it's something you don't agree with, but if you value the friendship, or if you value the person even that you're friends with, then I think that that's the right move to take in that scenario. So, sorry I didn't really answer the question point blank. As I said, it kind of makes me a little comfortable to talk about that, especially knowing the age group of this. I guess overall, I would just, I don't know, man. Who's to say when somebody else is ready for something? And it's not very many consequences to a little bit of foreplay. So I guess that's really my answer to that. I know it's really vague, but I think you're going to take away from it what I want you to take away from it, and that's supporting your friends and not really trying to dictate what they do and it's not really up to you to decide what they're ready for. I hope that makes sense. I hope that doesn't make me sound like an asshole too. I don't know. It's just really hard. So anyway, I really appreciate your submission though. I really truly do. All right, guys. The gameplay's wrapping up. So if you want your advice or whatever answered, all you need to do is you need to send me an inbox message with the subject Wednesday's Words of Wisdom, and then in the body write whatever you need or you want me to answer, and I'll talk about it. Now it doesn't even have to be a question. It doesn't have to be a scenario. You could send me topics that you want my thoughts on, and I'll go from there. So it doesn't have to be anything specific. And as always, if you do send me something specific, it will remain 100% anonymous. I'm not here to put anybody on blast. I'm here to try to help you guys out. So I hope you got what you needed to get out of this, and I hope it all works out. Alright guys, 2 videos on the screen you might have missed. Bam, click them, new window. You know how that shit works. Big yellow subscribe button, click it. You're going to subscribe to my channel, and you're going to be super happy you did, because it is the best channel on YouTube. As always, guys, follow me on Twitter. I usually tweet out when I'm going to play Black Ops or whatever other game I'm going to play, and that's where I interact mostly with you, the viewers and fans. So keep that in mind. I thank you all for the view. I hope that this episode helps somebody in some way, shape, or form. I hope you all have a super fantastic day. I wouldn't want for anything other than that to be the case. And chicken fried rice is really good if you throw a little eggs on it.